Good morning, happy Sunday fun day, and welcome to another episode of Sunday Mornings with Retired Bob. Want to make an announcement that after viewing the last video that we made, I saw that MP was like zooming in, and she's actually getting kind of good at this, and she is constantly adding her uh, constructive criticisms in the background. So we've decided to go ahead and mic her up so she could share all those wonderful insights with all of the viewing audience. So you should be able to hear her voice a little bit better. So thank you, MP. So what we're going to do today is we're kind of stick with our holiday theme where we've been doing appetizers, snacks, that kind of stuff. Today we're going to make meatball skewers. They're easy. Throw them together, and they're going to be a really, really nice little finger food for one of your holiday parties, whether you have to take them or serve them at your house. So let's get started. First of all, we're going to start with a Pillsbury pizza crust. I will tell you, in the practice round, we tried a different type of crust. It was a thin crust. It ended up being like tortilla strips for your tacos around my damn meatballs. So obviously you guys will never see that video. It has since been deleted. So we're going to try this today using the Pillsbury pizza crust, and we'll see. We're using pre-made meatballs because, quite frankly, I didn't want to mess around with making homemade meatballs, but you can. And when you make homemade meatballs, then you could choose to add stuff in the center, little cubes of cheese, all kinds of stuff. We're going to stick with the store-bought Italian ones because if you're trying to throw something together in the busy part of life, adding a step of making homemade meatballs to this, probably not that cool. So, always the fun part of opening anything in a tube. Boom. All right. So I guess we're all going to give a shot at learning this together. You can see I have some parchment paper down here. I'm a new huge fan, or was, of parchment paper, which is preparing to leave. I'll set that there. And when in doubt, put down some flour. Parchment paper usually works pretty well. It obviously completely failed there. And what would a Sunday morning with Bob video be without some element of failure? So we'll put some flour down here. Give us something to work with so we don't have that sticking when we're cutting this. All right, back to our pizza dough. Going to lay it out here on the flour. I'm going to smash it down just a little bit, kind of get it all squared up here. We're going to cut it pretty thinly so that when it expands around the meatballs, we'll get the kind of look that we're going for. So our goal here is we need 10 strips. So boom. Now we're good to go. So we're going to make 9 skewers with 3 meatballs each. The reason we're choosing 3 is like if you're eating them as one person, dip them in a little sauce. That seems like a better number than 4. So the first thing we're going to do, take our 3 meatballs. We're going to lay them on our cooking sheet here. We're going to get our skewer, which we will cut to size once it's built. So we take our first chunk of pizza dough and we weave it around the meatballs. There we go. Then we skewer away. Ta-da! Then what we're going to do is we're going to use this handy dandy cutter, cut that skewer down to a more manageable size. Then you will notice here on our baking sheet that not only do we have a cooking sheet liner, but we also have a rack so that the grease from the pre-made meatballs as they heat up will drop below and not be stuck on the meatballs. So what we're going to do is we'll go ahead and make the rest of these, come back and go to the next steps. Hello, and we're back. So we have the skewers prepared. You could say these meatballs have been skewered. Now, oh, and yes, I also forgot to say when we were talking about the grate on here, we went ahead and sprayed it with some Pam just to prevent any unnecessary sticking. I don't know that that's necessary, but hey, better safe than sorry. It certainly won't add any kind of a problem. So now the last step before the oven is we have some garlic butter here, and we're going to cover these with garlic butter. We're going to do the same thing when they come out. So don't panic if you feel like you made too much, because you're going to be using it on the backside anyway. These are going to go in the oven at 400 degrees. We're going to start at 10 minutes, but we'll let you know the exact time when they're done so you can incorporate that into your preparation plans if you choose to give these a run at your house. You never know. You may have like a really crazy person that loves meatballs and be like, hey, you know what? This is easy and they would really like this. So finish painting these bad boys up and be ready to throw them in the oven. I did use powdered garlic instead of minced just because I feel like in the butter it dissolves better, and I didn't really want chunks of garlic. So there we go. They're going in the oven. We'll see you back in a few. Thanks. All right, and welcome back to more of our Sunday episode. All right, these bad boys are done. The cooking time that we ultimately used was 15 minutes on 400. Take a look at those. All right, so by the way, that is hotter than hell. So use your silicone grabbers, all right? So now the last step is we take our garlic butter and do one more quick pass on all of them. Going as fast as I can. You really don't want to go too fast on garlic butter because those right there are just filler words I made up. So we weren't all just sitting in silence, which for me is exceedingly uncomfortable. All right, so now those are done. We're going to set them for presentation. Looking lovely. All right. What do you think? I would serve that. I would even serve it to my family, and they're really critical. All right. So what we're going to do here, we're going to grab a little plate. I'll screw the plate. We're going to just take this bad boy off because it can sit right on the counter. We'll move this over. We'll take a quick cut. Let's see here. Dip it in some sauce. Oh, very hot, but very good. I recommend that you give these a try for your next party. I apologize, even with my mouth full. I'll probably get lectured about this after the video. Give me 1 second to chew because it's really damn hot. Gonna pour some accelerator on it. Worth the effort. As you can see, it wasn't a lot of effort, and so hope this helps your holiday season. In addition to miking up MP, we're going to add another new thing to our episodes, and that's a shout out. So today's shout outs go to my granddaughter and a buddy at Oslo Early College High School, the Owls. Hey Sky, hey Justin, thanks for listening. We have our reliable people at the Bulldogs of Dixon Middle School. Hey Tay, hey Tegan. And then our new one, we have a grandson who loves monster trucks, and he likes watching the videos because he likes to see people make dinner on TV. So thanks everyone. Have a great Sunday. See you next time.